What's up, CJM Nation? It is your host, DJ Daniels, alongside
DJ MC Roberts
and Chris Olivares.
This is the 26th episode of the podcast. Let's get right into some CFB news. Chris, start us off like always.
So, to start off with, the biggest thing that happened this week is that the CFP ranking, the first CFP of the season, is officially out. The committee has released the top 25 playoff contending teams. 12 of those teams will be in the 12-team playoff bracket as of right now, barring any upsets or anything crazy that's going to happen this coming week. And, of course, these rankings will continue to be updated, I want to say, every Tuesday until the week after the conference championship, until the weekend after the conference championship games, where I believe it'll be released the next day. I could be wrong, though. But along with this, Missouri, despite not being in the AP Top 25, is currently ranked 24 in the CFP ranking. A&M and SMU are currently the two teams on the outside looking in, needing to win out to keep their playoff hopes alive. I believe SMU was number 13 and A&M was number 14.
Yeah, but we can we'll get to the updated playoff bracket after we kind of go through the games, but keep going, Chris.
Yep. So the next thing is the Alabama and LSU game is being called a clash of two big teams wanting to keep their playoff hopes alive. Both Alabama and LSU are going into this game with 2 losses. A third loss could completely just kill their hopes at getting to the college football playoff this year. Who will falter and who will rise? Again, we'll get to that when we get to the games that are coming up this coming weekend. Along with this, Colorado finds himself in territory that they were not in last year. They are ranked 20th right now in the CFP rankings and are climbing the ladder in the Big 12 as they race for the champion. As the race for the championship starts to heat up, with numerous teams clawing at a chance to get to the CFP, to get to that Big 12 championship game, and become one of the top 4 teams in the bracket and receive that first round bye.
I think Colorado's 21.
I thought they were 20. Or did I see a different ranking?
They're 20 in the college football.
No, they're 20 in the CFP ranking, Matt.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Idiot. Anyways.
The last little bit of news I wanted to touch up before we jump into the rankings is South Carolina. All the upsets that took place this past weekend. South Carolina upset A&M, adding to the number of challenges the Aggies will have to face as they push for the playoffs. Because now they're another team in the SEC that's going to have to win out in order to clinch a berth in the SEC championship game. Louisville took down Clemson, hurting their odds of having an ACC title spot. As of right now, I believe it is Miami and SMU that would go head-to-head for the ACC championship game. Houston upset Kansas State 24-19 and opened the door for teams like Colorado and even Texas Tech, who have the best odds to compete with Iowa State and BYU for the 2 spots in the Big 12 championship game.
Dude, you missed one of the biggest upsets probably almost in program history.
How do you know I didn't leave it for you?
Thanks, man. Texas Tech upset Iowa 35-34, I want to say. Crazy game. Didn't even expect them to upset. Actually, I called it, I think, on the last podcast. Chat, go check that out. But yeah, it was a big upset. I didn't think they were going to win. I had Taj Bradley under 20 fantasy points, and he went over, even though through 3 quarters he had 2. So, popped off in that 4th quarter. Also, we'll get there in a minute. So that's all I got news-wise?
That's all for CFB news.
All right. So, like always, we are going to go into the top 25, kind of talk about that, see where everybody is. It's getting down to the wire here. Teams need to start figuring it out. Hopefully, one team in particular loses this week. We'll talk about that when we get there. Maybe it's not what you think is going to be. Anyways, number 25, A&O Army. That's an interesting one.
Continuing their Linsanity run.
They are on a Linsanity run. Didn't expect them to be. Couldn't have told you that was going to happen. Number 24 is Missouri. They're 6-2.
I don't know how they're still in the rankings.
They're not in the AP rankings, but they're in the CFP ranking, which is crazy to me.
We're not going to... PSA, we are not going to be talking about the top 25 anymore. We're only going to be talking about the playoffs because The playoffs the only thing that matters.
Yep. Now that we've gotten into November, the CFP rankings kind of, I guess, outweigh the AP Top 25 rankings because these rankings will give us a better understanding as to which teams are still in playoff contention, which teams are still fighting for one of those 12 spots.
Yep. Anyways, number 23, Clemson. They are 6-2. It's kind of crazy that they are 23. Poor Clemson. Poor Clemson.
Boo.
Thanks, Matt. Number 22 is Louisville. They're 6-3. Again, just another team. Didn't think they'd be in there. Just kind of moving on here. 21, Washington State. Shout out Durham Harris, the long snapper there. Know that guy. They're 7-1, which is kind of crazy. I think they beat Texas Tech. I want to say.
I think you're right. I think I might have seen that on the schedule a couple weeks ago. But I mean, they're making a case for the Pac-2 championship.
Pac-2. All right. Number 20 is your
Colorado Buffaloes, baby. They have an honest shot at the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
They
I
really
agree.
do.
I mean, it's not a false statement.
Not just the playoffs, but the Big 12 title game.
Oh, yeah.
We got to win out.
Yep.
Anyways, number 19 is Kansas State. They're 7-2. Interesting one there. Interesting. Number 18 is Pittsburgh. They're 7-1. Some of these teams only having one loss is crazy. Yes. Number 17, Iowa State. They're 7-1. They got their first loss last week against Texas Tech, and that should have made Texas Tech ranked, but we don't want to talk about that. Anyways, number 16, Ole Miss. They're 7-2. They are going to be fighting for that.
They're one of the many teams still fighting for that SEC championship berth.
Yeah. Number 15 is LSU. They're 6-2. That 16, 15, 14, and 13, the rest of the teams, in obviously those four, it's going to be an interesting weekend.
It is going to be really crazy for them.
Yeah. Number 15 is LSU. They're 6-2. They could move up. Who knows? Still fighting chance. Number 14, Texas A&M. They're 7-2. Whew, it's an uphill battle the rest of the way. Number 13, SMU. They're 8-1 again. Crazy. Anyways, all right.
Now here are the playoff teams.
Here are the 12 playoff teams. If the playoffs started today.
Yeah, not in this order though, because some of them.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there. But not in the order. These are just the teams as of right now. Number 12, Boise State, 7-1. That's
the Ashton
insane.
GT Glaze is crazy.
That's insane. I agree, bro. I mean, if you gave me the ball 91 times, I would probably not run that many, but have that many yards. But still, 91 yards.
Matt's character on CFB.
Yeah, dude. Matt's character on CFB does way less for way more.
Amen.
Big chungus.
Yep, dude.
2 rushes for 400 yards in a game.
Bro, five attempts, 265 rushing yards, dude.
I tried making you sound better. I said two rushes, 500 yards. But anyways, go ahead. Let's continue on.
That doesn't make sense. Anyways.
500 attempts for 2 yards.
Boise State, 7-1. Anyways, yeah. Crazy. They play tomorrow night. Anyways.
This whole list, I'm sorry, but this whole top 12 looks like nothing but biased. Low key.
I don't know. That's a hot take. Anyways, number 11 is Alabama. They're 6-2. That to me is kind of crazy that they're the only 6-2 team in there. I think there is other teams that are deserving. Maybe SMU because they've won. They're 8-1. But strength of schedule, just like a certain team. Number
Strength
10
of schedule,
is,
teams you've beaten, whatnot.
Yeah. Number 10 is Notre Dame. They're 7-1. Those fighting Irish, dude.
They're
Touchdown
really fighting
Jesus.
this year.
Touchdown Jesus. Number 9 is BYU. They're 8-0 with their quarterback, BYU. Said it for a couple weeks now.
Yep.
I think that's what's doing it for him. Every time we say it, dude pops off. We knew it. We figured out his name this weekend too.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Forgot it, though.
What was his name again?
BYU.
Oh, yeah, but his real name, not.
Hold up.
Hold on,
guys.
technical difficulties, just so we don't have to refer to him as his nickname.
Fun fact: BYU and
Jake
Utah.
Retzlaff.
Jake Retzlaff.
Jake Retzlaff.
Nice.
Otherwise known as BYU.
But this is not typical year. The star quarterback for BYU, Jake Retzlaff, is Jewish and has led the team for flagship Mormon University to an undefeated start. That's
See?
unfounded prognosticators and propelled the Cougars to a top 15 national ranking.
Hey,
It says nothing about BYU.
bro, that's his nickname, bro. Like, look it up.
Who
Dave
gave him the
Portnoy.
nickname Barstool?
Yeah,
Portnoy.
Barstool.
El Presidente.
El Presidente, dude. Barstool.
Some Barstool people are very hypocritical, but that's as far as I'm going there. As far as I'm going there, that's a whole other topic. Nothing related to sports.
Yeah. Anyways, number 8, Indiana. They are 9-0. The freaking Hoosiers.
Who would have thought it'd be Indiana to
Who
make
would've
this insanity
thought
run?
the
It's
Hoosiers?
the head coach from JMU, I believe, left James Madison to coach at Indiana, and now the exact same thing that's happening with Indiana was what was happening under him at James Madison.
They were good and then they lose.
I don't think so. I know they started undefeated like this. I don't know what was their final record of James Madison. I'd have to go back and look. But either way, he's really turned this program around.
The Hoosiers. Anyways, we got number 7, the real UT. Tennessee is 7-1. There's what? All right, 7-1. What's it called? Sorry. We're
You mean the UTK,
what?
University of Tennessee, Kentucky?
They're not. Are they University of Tennessee, Kentucky?
That's
Or
what they were.
used to be.
That's what they were called, and then UT became a thing, and then they dropped the K.
And then they're UT.
And they're the fake UT.
Anyways, number 6 is Penn State, who suffered a huge loss this weekend because their quarterback is terrible.
Yeah.
All they do is run the ball.
Yeah, I mean,
Penn State.
great defense, terrible quarterback, good run game.
Nitty gritty.
Sounds like Michigan.
Cougars.
Sounds like Michigan.
Yeah, 7-1. Thank you for joining us, Matt. You've been kind of quiet, sitting in the corner, sulking.
He's been enjoying seeing Colorado at number 20.
Yeah, he's been soaking it all in. Anyways, number 5 is
the
UTEX.
real University of Texas. They are
UTEX.
ranked number 5, and I believe if the playoffs were to
UTEX.
start right now, they would be in one hell of a game.
Yeah, Alabama. Yeah, we'll get there in a minute.
And then, of course, you have
Miami, it's all about
the U.
It's all about the U.
All right, we got
Shout
number
out
4.
Kai Trump. She's golfing there, dude. She's gonna go golf there. It's not. I'm not endorsing anybody. Election's over. I'm just saying they're gonna get a new.
No, you know what you know. You know what you need to say. How to phrase that? The new president-electee's granddaughter plays there. There you go.
That's a good one.
There we go.
That's a good one.
So your election's over. The new president-electee
Yeah.
daughter plays it.
Granddaughter.
Granddaughter plays at the University of Miami.
She's gonna. Yeah.
All
All
right.
right, Georgia. Georgia.
Georgia's number 3, 7-1. They're 7-1. Number 2, Ohio State. They're 7-1, and last but certainly not least, number 1, Oregon is 9-0. Haven't seen
Dude.
that dominant of a run since Marcus
Dylan
Mariota.
Gabriel, man.
Marcus Mariota. Was
Mariota
there.
was crazy in Oregon and just never panned out in the league.
yeah.
It's like Dak when he was at South Carolina.
Oh, my
Mississippi State,
God.
sorry.
I was about to say he was in
Mississippi State.
Mississippi.
It's like Bryce Young in Alabama.
And he did pan out. He's just taking a little while.
He might be done for the year.
I know.
Such a great year.
For a draft stock, hell yeah.
All right. So, I guess we'll go conference rankings, and then we will talk about how the playoff bracket would be right now and who would play who for CFB. But who do we want to start with? I always pick. Does anybody want to pick somebody?
I mean, we could start with the Big Ten. They're the conference right on top of my pile.
Me too. All right. So, number 1 in the Big Ten, obviously. Wait, hold on. Scratch that. That Big Ten has got a crazy top 4. We got
Telling you.
Indiana is number 8 and they are number 1 in the conference, despite Oregon being number 2, under them being number 1 at 9-0. That's pretty insane. Ohio State's number 3, and number 6 is Penn State.
Yeah, you could probably draw the line like right there. Those are the final 4 teams that are going to be contending for the Big Ten conference title spots.
You're just hating, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
you're
drinking that
hating,
haterade?
I mean, you think the Iowa Hawkeyes or the Minnesota Golden Gophers are going to make a run?
You don't know nothing. You don't know ball like that.
Anyways,
You've been saying Colorado's a good team.
I was just kidding.
all right, Chris. Chill out.
Yeah, it wasn't serious.
Anyways, bottom of the Big Ten is Purdue. I know.
I chimed in one time to tell Chris he doesn't know ball to make him mad. Sorry, Chris.
I think one of the kids I went to high school with is going to play at Purdue.
Oh, nice.
His name is Cameron
Ward.
Jordan?
Cameron Ward.
No, it's Cameron Dixon. That's what his
Nice.
name is. Cameron Dixon. I think it's either UCF or Purdue, or Wake Forest. One of those Golden Black teams.
Mm.
You know, Wake Forest's mascot is a demon.
No, what the hell?
I think. Hey, Matt, fact check that.
If not, we're just spreading allegations.
It's I'm like 90% sure it's the Wake Forest Demons. Wake Forest.
What conference is
Madcott? Yeah, the Demon Deacon.
That's crazy.
But
That's
it's
just
a white dude.
It's just that looks like a tax collector, low key.
What are they implying with the tax collectors?
In the following, the editor. Oh wait, this is kind of interesting. The origin of the Demon Deacon's name. In the following issue of the school newspaper, the editor of the paper, Mayan Parker, first referred to the team as Demon Deacons in recognition of what he called their devilish play and fighting spirit. Huh. Shout out their school newspaper. I wish we could do something cool like that.
Nice.
We would be probably, if we gave them a nickname, it probably wouldn't be very good.
Yeah.
Don't think it would stick.
Screaming Halloweeners. That's already a music festival. Never mind.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, US, there's nothing really good in the Big Ten besides those top 4, which is a crazy top 4.
That's what I was trying to say.
Matt's just
Looking at you,
Matt's
Matt.
just in a mood today. CJM Nation. He's just in a freaking
I haven't
mood
done
today.
anything wrong.
Because you were curb stomping him in CFB.
I was currently stopping him in CFB. I beat Matt. I was up 38-7 on Matt and CFB. I was
The
Texas Tech and he was
controller,
Colorado.
we have 2 controllers. There's one good one, which is mine, which Jake refuses not to play on, and or refuses to play on, right? And the other one has stake drift. It sucks.
CJM Nation, if you're listening to this and you want to see CFB content or video game content where we play sports game, feel free to DM us on Instagram and send us some money for a controller. If you want to see some real Xbox controller, that would be pretty cool. We would definitely put out some content if we had 2 working controllers. Other than that, it's just not fair. Anyways, we will do the ACC because the ACC is
I
a
literally
bunch of...
had Shadur Sanders stepping into sacks because of the stick drift. It was pretty bad.
Yeah, so if anybody is listening out there, send help. No, I'm just kidding. Send us money.
It was
for
kind of like the real Shadur, though, low key taking sacks instead of throwing the ball.
Yeah, send us a controller money.
Just kidding.
Maybe send us like $10.
I love Shadur.
60, 70. I don't know.
I don't know.
I won't
Black
let
Friday
Matt take
deals.
it home.
Black Friday deals are coming up.
I
so
won't
it'll
let
be
Matt
cheaper.
take it home either. He'll just have to use his red one.
Yeah, no. But like Jake mentioned, we are going to jump into the ACC, the standings.
We got number 1 in the ACC, number 4 team, Miami Hurricanes. They're 5-0. Then we got the 13 SMU Mustangs, crazy. 23 Clemson, 18 Pittsburgh, and 22 Louisville.
The Louisville Cardinals.
The Louisville Cardinals. Did you know that there's a Louisville in Mississippi, and you don't say it Louisville, you say it Louisville?
Louisville.
Yeah, and they get like mad if you say it Louisville.
What the heck? I know in Kentucky, if you say Louisville, they'll correct you and say Louisville.
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 All
Shout out to Billy Hubbard on TikTok. He taught me that.
right, so Miami's at the top of the ACC, and Cal is at the bottom. Cal plays tonight, I think. They do, yeah. They do. I bet on them.
That's why Cal should have stayed in the Pac-12.
You know who you need to look at is New Mexico's quarterback. You get a chance, CJM Nation, go look at New Mexico's quarterback stats. Dude ran for like 200 yards and threw for like 300
Jesus.
last game. And guess
Is
what?
he the whole offense?
Guess what I did earlier in my media law class? I bet the over.
Nice, dude.
Well, he's now about to throw for 160 or he's about to throw for 92 and rush for -3.
Guys, yesterday, our bets didn't hit, but it was pretty crazy. We'll get to it later. It was pretty crazy. Yesterday's game was crazy. I'm just saying that. We're talking about gambling.
We weren't really talking about gambling. I was just bringing up a brief statement.
Oh.
You good? You good, Matthew Roberts?
You good, dude?
Yeah. You good, bro?
On
Hey,
to the Big 12.
On to the Big 12. Just because I feel like in terms of importance, this one might be a bigger one because a lot of things could happen. And a lot of, things happen. The cards or the cookie crumbles in a certain way. I don't think any of these teams could get in. Number 9, BYU Cougars. Quarterback Jake something. They're 5-0 in the Big 12. They're number 9. Number 2 are the Iowa State Cyclones, who lost to Texas Tech. They're 4-1 in the Big 12. Number 20, Colorado Buffs. They're 4-1 in the Big 12. Number 19, Kansas State Wildcats, and number unranked Texas Tech Red Raiders. Do we think Colorado jumps this week if they go in and curb stomp Texas Tech?
I would say probably yes, just because of but it would probably go down to the point differentials, because if you look at Iowa, they points for 151, points against only 95. Colorado, they have scored 182, and have allowed 113.
Yeah, I was about to make fun of Colorado for giving up more points against than points for, but then Texas Tech's given up 140 or 201 and only scored
194.
Anyways, that's it for the Big 12. Oh, hey, who's at the bottom of the Big 12? Oklahoma. What a fall Oklahoma State Cowboys had.
I know,
in the
weren't
Big
they so
12.
high up early on in the season?
Yeah, they were ranked. They were ranked pretty high, too. Now they're 0-6 in the Big 12.
They're the FSU of the Big 12.
They are. I mean, Alan Bowman should have just retired. He popped along, couldn't play for Texas Tech.
It's time to get a job, bro.
Yeah, bro. Just like you. Time to get a job.
Hey, but at least I'm actually trying to get a job. This dude's just milking the eligibility cow.
Anyways, probably the best. Ooh, I don't know. That's a hot take. Screw it. Best conference in college
I don't think it is a
football.
hot take.
We got the Southeastern Conference, known as the SEC. We got number 1 Georgia. They are 5-1. Unfortunately, they overtook second place Texas A&M. Matt, are you good?
Yeah, I'm chilling.
Just playing with your papers over there.
Trying to organize them.
Anyways, Georgia overtook A&M. They're number 2. They're 5-1. Number 3 is Tennessee. Good old Vols. Number 4 is Texas. They're 3-1. Strength of schedule. Am I right?
They're coming off of a bye week. Calm
Number
Saw 'em
5
off, dude.
is LSU for real. Saw 'em off. The Bayou Tigers.
down. The Bayou Tigers.
The
that-
Bayou Bengals.
The
you
Bayou
mean?
Bengals.
They
Sorry.
said they were gonna call them. I said nobody calls them that, and then they just messed it up. So it's not even
the
funny
Bayou
anymore.
Bengals.
Nobody calls them that.
You got a problem?
Nobody from Louisiana calls them that.
Anyways, Vanderbilt is actually ahead of Ole Miss and Alabama in the SEC, which is kind of crazy. South Carolina, Arkansas, and number 24, Missouri, which is there pretty far down there, and Mississippi State is at the bottom. Interesting SEC.
You see, and I really do think this is the best conference in football, because if you look at every single team on this list, except for 3 teams, everybody's got a winning record.
Yeah, and 8 out of 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 8 out of 15 are ranked. What a college football playoff we're looking at.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, we are now gonna transition here into the college football playoff bracket. If the CFP started today, so we will go right to left because we are American. Wait, no. Left to right.
Left to right.
How do we read? Left to right? I don't know. How
I
y'all
read left to right. I don't know how you read.
America with we read left to right. I'm sorry, guys. Anyways, so
who's reading right to left, bro? Jeez.
all right.
And
Anyways,
this is the very first this is the very first 12-team playoff bracket in college football history. So let's dive into it.
number 9, Indiana Hoosiers would play number 8, Tennessee. Whoever,
UT baby.
whoever,
Where's Colorado, Matt? Where's Colorado?
Whoever, what? All right. Whoever wins that would go on to the Rose Bowl to play Oregon. Going to the bottom of that, OSU. I don't know why I called them OSU. Ohio State would play Boise State.
They played BSU.
Yeah, 5. That doesn't sound good.
It doesn't sound
number
good at all.
5, Ohio State, and number 12, Boise State would play. And so whoever won that would go into the Fiesta Bowl and play number 4, BYU. Then the winner of that would play in the Orange Bowl, I guess. Yeah, so...
Keep in mind, though, these bowl games could shift. I'll go into that once we're done going over the teams in the bracket right now.
Yeah. I don't know if we want to do predictions yet just because it's so far
No,
out.
we
We're
don't
just
need to do
talking about that.
predictions.
So, yeah, out of those two teams, they play Oregon and BYU. Winners of those would play, and obviously they go to the national championship. On the right side, we got number 7, Penn State, and number 10, Notre Dame. Winner of that would play in the Sugar Bowl against Georgia, which that's not fair because isn't the Sugar Bowl in Georgia?
That's what I'll touch up on once we're done.
Okay.
These
And
rankings are stupid.
number at the bottom here, we got Texas versus Bama for the Peach Bowl. Winner plays Miami, and then obviously winners of those will play national championship.
National championship. So one thing I wanted to touch up on is in the first round of the playoffs, obviously the teams that are ranked 5 through 8 will get a home playoff game, and obviously will host that game host the first round. Why did you tear that? Anyways, they will host in the
That's
first
tough.
round of the playoffs, and then of course they will move on to the second round into the bowl games. And speaking of the bowl games, so what the committee is going to take into account is not only the seeding of the teams that are supposed to play into that bowl game, but as well as the history behind it. So, like Jake said, if Georgia and let's say Notre Dame and Georgia are set to play in the second round, but they were supposed to be designated the Peach Bowl or the Sugar Bowl. No, excuse me, we'll go with the Peach Bowl. And say BYU and Boise State are slated to play in the Fiesta Bowl. They'll look into the historic side of things and determine whether or not that these bowl games will stand or if they'll switch it and give Georgia the Fiesta Bowl, Rose Bowl, or whichever bowl that they choose, based off of the rankings of the teams and the history behind it.
Oh, okay. That's kind of confusing.
It is very confusing. I had to read it 3 or 4 times just to understand it.
I don't know why they just wouldn't flip like Miami would play.
I don't know why they don't have Colorado here.
I don't know why they just wouldn't like flip like bowls. Like Miami's playing in the Fiesta Bowl. Why didn't the Georgia one just go to the Fiesta Bowl?
I can't wait for A&M to knock UT out of the freaking playoffs.
You think they would?
No.
You don't think so?
If we beat them,
Who's this
If they
we?
lose-
You're a Colorado fan.
I'm an A&M fan, man.
Dude, you've been rooting for Colorado all season long. Now you want to switch up?
All right.
All right. Gosh, guys, what's going on? What's going on with the CJM today? We had a
I
fire.
don't know. We did have a fire
We had
scare.
a fire
Somebody just
scare. Someone left.
Someone
some
just burned popcorn.
Someone wanted a mid-afternoon snack, burned it down. Matt brought his Xbox in. We had KIII come by. It's been a day.
It has been a day. And unfortunately, our friend Mark from the Off the Clock podcast was not here today. for
Yeah,
all
one of
this.
the coolest days.
Mark missed all of it.
I know.
Anyways, so do we not have any ranked games tonight?
It doesn't look like it. It looks like everything's going to happen tomorrow.
Yeah, there is college football games on tonight.
There
I think
is.
Iowa plays Cal, I want to say tonight. Anyways, it is week 11 of 15, which is kind of scary.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, man.
We got one more month of football.
One more
One
month.
more month of regular season football.
Yeah, one more month of being employed.
I know.
Jesus Christ.
Don't worry, Jake. I'll move in with you. I'll be a squatter at your house.
Okay.
And quit calling me unemployed.
All right. Tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. Don't know if anybody's listening from anywhere in the world, but just in case, we got you. Number 5, UTEX is playing Florida. I've done this all year. Give me Florida.
Give me Texas.
Maybe Florida, dude.
Might as
Tired of these guys.
Tomorrow at 11. Tomorrow at 11. Again, you know what? Obviously, it's tomorrow at 11. We got Georgia Tech playing Miami. Give me Miami.
Give me the Hurricanes.
Give me Georgia Tech.
Are you tired of those guys too?
No, give me Miami. I'm just gonna pick all upsets.
I mean, yeah.
I'll ride on all of them. It's the worst week in college football ever. All right, yeah, no. Give me that Miami.
We got Purdue versus Ohio State. Give me Ohio State.
Give me Ohio State.
Give me Purdue. No, I'm just kidding. Give me Ohio State.
Tomorrow at 2:30, we got the North Texas Mean Green.
North Tex, really? I get you're trying to get at me, but what did the Mean Green do to you?
Mean Green, North Texas. I know the right guard from North Texas.
Oh, heck.
His
There's
name.
a snake in the radio booth,
All right.
dude.
Anyways, let's reel this back in. I know one of the offensive linemen in North Texas. His brother is Cameron Dixon. That's going to Purdue or Wake Forest or whatever.
Okay. Nice.
His name is Johnny Dixon. Cool guy. I was gonna buy a PS5 off him one time, but I didn't because he couldn't get it. I'm just like being for real. Like
You said his name was Johnny?
Johnny Dixon.
Johnny Dixon. Well, I'm sorry, Johnny, but I think y'all are going to lose. I'm picking Army.
Yeah, he follows
Give
me.
me Army.
He follows me on Instagram. Go check him out. Cool guy. Anyways, give me Army. Actually, you know what? Screw it. No, I can't go against our nation's armed forces. Give me Army. Again tomorrow, 2:30. We got Clemson versus Virginia Tech. Give me Clemson.
Give me Clemson.
Give me Clemson.
All right, tomorrow at 2:30. This is my upset of the week. I want to let y'all know. Georgia versus Ole Miss.
This is my upset of the week, too.
Give me Ole Miss.
Give me Jackson Dart upsetting Georgia.
Glad we're all on the same page. You gave me Ole Miss.
Georgia.
This is not my big upset of the week, though.
Georgia hasn't looked good since what's his name?
Carson Beck?
Carson Beck posted with one of the twins from Miami's women's basketball team.
Dude,
is
it's like the
ugly, too.
Justin Bieber boat incident with the Giants now.
Anyways, we got Iowa State, number 17, playing Kansas. Give me Iowa State.
Give me Iowa State.
Give me Iowa State.
We got Michigan and Indiana. Just give me Indiana.
Give me Indiana.
Give me the Wolverines to lose to the Hoosiers. I'm taking Indy.
Tomorrow at 3 o'clock, we got Colorado versus Texas Tech. I'm going to preference this. This will be...
Preference? You mean preface, dummy?
Be quiet.
I'm going to speak ahead of this and say this will be my upset, but at the end of the day, I'm not expecting too much out of Texas Tech. Give me Texas Tech, but if I wanted a true upset, if I were to bet money on a true upset, it would be Ole Miss over Georgia.
Give me Colorado.
Give me Texas Tech. I'm sick of these guys.
That sounded like you, low-key. That was spot on. Anyways, that'll be a good game. A lot of smack talking. Unfortunately, I will have to go to church tomorrow, so I'll miss the end of it. Anyways, South Carolina and Vanderbilt. Give me Vanderbilt.
Give me Vandy.
Give me Vanderbilt, man.
These teams earn my respect.
Tomorrow at 6 o'clock, we got Tennessee or UT versus Michigan State. Give me UT. Tennessee.
Oh, that's Mississippi State, by the way.
What'd I say?
Michigan State.
No, I said Mississippi.
I thought I heard you say Michigan State.
Matt?
Jeez, I'm getting tired of you. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm tired of you. Shut it, Matt.
Give me UT, dude.
Give me Tennessee.
Yeah,
Give me Rocky Top.
Give me UT.
All right. Another.
That's just a T. I don't see the U in front of that.
It's university. That's what the U stands for.
But where's the U? It's just one giant T on the paper.
It kind of looks like a
is
dog
not an
nut.
answer.
It kind of looks like. Whoa! That was a little.
Bro's pissed.
All right. Tomorrow at 6 o'clock we got Maryland and Oregon. Give me Oregon.
Give me Maryland.
Does Tua's brothers?
What? Are you serious?
Does Tua's brothers still play
I
there?
think he does. I don't know.
I don't know.
No,
I
I
don't
think
think so.
I think I saw something. He went to the Canadian League. I don't know. Anyways, I got Oregon.
Yeah, give me Oregon, Matt.
Give me Maryland, dude.
That's your episode of the week.
Okay, I get Texas. I get Tech, but what did Oregon do to you?
Actually, nothing. Dylan Gabriel won me $100 last weekend.
And you're calling against him?
Yeah.
Well, that's rude.
Tomorrow at 6:30, this is where college game day will be. The game hosts will be Libby Dunn and Paul Skeens. We got Alabama versus LSU. Crazy game. Paul Skeens is lucky. Big Chungus isn't there.
Big Chungus is Matt's running back, by the
Matt's
way.
running back.
For those that don't know, Matt created a character in college football. He's a running back for LSU, and his name is Big Chungus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me LSU.
LSU.
I got LSU.
Yeah, give me LSU. I think this is an upset too, I guess.
Yeah, it
There could be
is.
a lot of upsets this weekend. Didn't even realize. Anyways, last game tomorrow at 6:30. Oh wait, actually, sorry, I take that back. Tomorrow at 6:30, we got Florida State versus Notre Dame. This shouldn't be close. I think I lost this game.
Yeah,
in, my,
honestly,
what's it called? My
give me Florida State.
Really?
Yeah, give me Florida State.
All right, I got the Fighting Irish.
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
touchdown Jesus.
What?
You've never heard of that?
I can't say
Chris?
I have, bud.
I've never heard of that before.
If you look up a picture of what's it called? If you look up a picture of their end zone, the home end zone, there's a picture of Jesus, and everyone calls him Touchdown Jesus.
Huh.
Like, look it up. Hold on, CJM. I almost called you CFP.
Hold up, CJ.
Hold
Just
on.
CJ.
Touchdown.
CFB, Cody Franklin, and Bobby? What?
Jesus.
No, Sienna James.
Oh.
If you know, you know.
I think they moved it. That's it right there. That's on their stadium.
Oh, okay. Nice. Interesting.
Nice.
Touchdown Jesus.
That's intriguing.
Too bad I picked against them.
Oh, wait. Hold on. That's better. There it is.
It's like a
Top left corner.
okay, yeah.
Top left corner. Touchdown Jesus. Whenever you score in, what's it called? If you're playing this Notre Dame, you can see touchdown Jesus. Anyways, we got some more games. A lot of ranked teams are playing at night tomorrow. Matt will probably be pretty drunk by then.
definitely not.
It's going to be tonight. That's why.
Yeah, that's true.
We got Nevada playing Boise State, Ashton Jeanty. I'll probably bet the under on him just because I hate to see people succeed. I'm a hater first. Just kidding. Give me Boise State.
Give me
were-
Nevada.
We're not just kidding. Give me Boise State. Matt, what the heck?
It's going to be a really bad week, guys. It's going to be a terrible weekend.
Tomorrow at 7, give me Virginia versus Pittsburgh. 23 Pittsburgh. Give me Pittsburgh.
Give me Pitt.
Just, yeah, give me Pittsburgh.
That's kind of crazy. You're going against Ashton Jeanty. Well, that one makes sense because you want, what's his name, Travis Hunter to win the Heisman.
Yeah.
Washington versus Penn State. Give me Penn. That won't be tough tomorrow at 7. Won't be any close.
I got Penn State.
Give me Washington.
Tomorrow,
I really want this to shake things up.
we got one Big Ten after dark game, and we got one
Future Pac-12 after dark. Because I believe in 25 or 26 is when Utah State is going to jump over to the Pac-12.
So we got BYU versus Utah. Give me BYU.
Give me BYU.
Give me BYU.
And last but certainly least. We got Utah State versus number 20, Washington State, and Durham Harris, the long snapper. Give me Washington State.
Give me Washington State.
Give me Utah State.
That's bold, dude. I like it. I like this
dude.
vibe you're going right now.
Yeah, dude.
You're a
Just
bold
wait till
man.
we get to our NFL picks. It gets worse.
Oh, no.
Okay, CJM Nation, last week I gave you a college football bet for the Friday night games just because I haven't made my Saturday night ones. And if you have taken it and listened to my advice, you would have won $12 or 30. It really just depends on how much you took because it was a 3-leg parlay. Tonight I got one. Again, the CJM podcast does not endorse gambling. Call 1-800-GAMBLING if you do have a gambling
Do whatever
problem.
you want.
Matt has
kidding.
taken a week off of gambling.
Yeah, I'm done for a little bit.
If you've ever seen that meme of the guy mining diamonds, one at the top keeps going and the other one quits right before he hits big. 90% of gamblers hit right before they hit big. Matt is part of that 90%. Tonight, I have TJ Harden lower than 58.5 rushing plus receiving yards. Devin Damper, New Mexico's quarterback, higher than 316.5 passing plus rush yards. Jacob Gill lower than 23.5 receiving yards, and Hank Bachmeier lower than 228.5 passing yards. There you go. Take that at your own discretion. I like those picks. You know what? Let's get weird. Here's another one. Marquise Cooper, lower than 111 rushing yards. Seth Hennigan, higher than 277. And E.J. Warner, higher than 254. I know y'all like that one. Anyways, that will end the CFB part of this CJM podcast. It's been a week for the NFL. A lot of things have happened. Chris, let's kick off some news.
So I'm going to start off with the relatively bigger trades that happened this week. Starting off with the Texans trading Khalil Davis to the 49ers and Cam Akers to the Vikings. Rams trade Tre'Davious White to the Ravens. Marshawn Lattimore is now a Commander. Zadarius Smith is now a Lion. And the Panthers robbed the Cowboys of a 4th-round pick by sending us Jonathan Mingo. I'll touch up on that in a little bit. And, going away from all the trades that happened, the Saints have finally fired Dennis Allen. After starting 2-0 and losing 7 straight, one of them being to the Carolina Panthers this past Sunday, 23-22, the Saints organization finally realized it is now time to just straight up get rid of the guy. He's not been good. His first year, they were okay, 9-8.
Yeah.
His second year took a step back, 7-10, not that bad. Now it looks like they might even go 3-14, maybe even 2-14, maybe even 2-15 if they don't turn it around now, which I don't think they will. They've already sank so far deep. And they're in cap space hell.
Fun fact, Dennis Allen has been fired twice, and the quarterback that has been fired while he has been a coach, none other than Derek Carr.
Maybe Derek Carr really is the problem.
Yeah. Michael Thomas probably broke his fingers with all the tweets he was sending. He probably killed Chris Olave.
Probably.
I don't know, dude. The Cowboys should have signed Michael Thomas a long time ago.
Nah.
Back when Jake said it on the pod.
Nah.
Week 0.
NAH. Nah.
Anyways.
Moving on to the AFC East, the Bills and the Dolphins went blow for blow before the Bills took the win. The Bills now sit alone atop of the East at 7-2. I did see a thing where they could potentially clinch the division by week 11. Which is crazy.
Yeah,
Yep.
I saw that. I heard that when I was watching because I've been watching Red Zone. Because
Literally, all they need to do is just keep on winning. You win a couple more games and just need the second place team, I believe it's the Jets, to drop 2 more games, and that's it.
They might drop this week. Oh my gosh! I'm sorry, that's my phone.
They're for sure gonna drop. I know the Jets beat the Texans last week, but the Texans were without the Texans only had Tank Dell. They were without Nico Collins. They were without Stephon Diggs. Personally, I think they just caught the Texans at a bad time.
Yeah. Again, I said it. I think I said it. I was thinking it. Aaron Rodgers was gonna have that game where he bounced back, and it was the Texans. I'm not surprised.
And going on to the Monday night game, the Chiefs won in overtime against Baker Mayfield and the Bucks. the Chiefs remain the only undefeated team in the NFL. And my question to y'all is it possible they go 17-0? Their upcoming schedule, they play the Broncos twice. They play the Bills, Panthers, Raiders, Chargers, Browns, Texans, and Steelers.
They play the Broncos twice?
Yeah, they haven't played the Broncos yet.
I thought they played the Broncos.
Not yet.
Are you sure?
They're playing them this Sunday. Yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Check the schedule for this week.
Broncos, Chiefs, Sunday, noon.
No, yeah, I know they're playing this week. I thought they played them already.
They've played the Chargers and the Raiders once already.
Oh, okay. Anyways, yeah, no, because they play the Texans. They're going to lose the Texans.
I hope so. I don't
They're
want
going
to
to go
see them
16-1.
Maybe even 15-2. They might just rest their starters that final week.
If they, me and Matt, I don't know if you agreed. I only remember last year me and Matt kind of talked about it. Resting your starters is so stupid.
Yeah.
I know.
You're going to lose that momentum. Anyways.
But
What do you think, Matt?
It's all about who gets hot at the right time.
Well, I'm saying, do you think the Chiefs will go 17-0?
No, they're not good enough. They're getting lucky. I mean, that was the Chris Godwin, Mike Evans-less Buccaneers. If you have Chris Godwin and Mike Evans in that game, they win that game.
I'd say so. I mean, the Bucs took him into overtime without those guys. So, yeah, it's possible they might drop a game or two. Honestly, I can see it being against the Chargers and the Texans with their 2 losses.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know about Texans, but
I know. But
thank you, though. I really appreciate that.
And another one I wanted to go into is I put trouble in Cincy. Despite having good stats and playing well, the Bengals have found themselves with a 4-6 record, with all but one loss being that 37-17 loss to the Eagles, coming in 1-score games. I know I mentioned in the office just a second ago that if the Bengals win every single 1-score game they've had this season, they're 9-1.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And they would have swept the Ravens. But nonetheless, faith and luck have not been on their side this season. They're playing good football. They just can't find. It's like the opposite of the Chiefs. They can't seem to find a way to get over that hump and close these games out and win them. And lastly, I'm going to go ahead and jump back over to the great state of Texas. Moving down the highway, first we're going to stop in Dallas. Cowboys will be moving forward without Dak Prescott following a hamstring injury he sustained in the 27-21 loss to the Falcons. I know they are hesitant to put him on the IR. He is expected to miss at least 4 games anyway. And I did see that they got a second opinion, and I believe his hamstring or muscle had torn completely off the bone.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So it's looking like it's going to be more than 4 weeks without Dak Prescott, and Cooper Rush is going to be our quarterback moving forward, moving forward for the remainder of the season, depending on the status of Dak Prescott. CeeDee Lamb is expected to go. He is expected to be ready. He's healthy-ish, I guess. He did say in a press conference it was more about dealing with the pain than dealing with the injury, but he's not going to be wearing a brace on his shoulder against this Sunday's game against the Eagles. And overall, I'm not really expecting much from him.
I don't think
a lot of people are saying Trey Lance could see some reps too.
He might. Yeah. It just depends on how much Cooper Rush struggles.
I would, honestly. I mean, at the end of the day, what are you fighting for?
I think if we drop 2 more games, yeah, we're gonna see Trey Lance take some snaps.
I mean, the Eagles are insane. Okay, I'll take that back. The Commanders are insane. The Eagles are good. I just think y'all should just tank. I mean, we're gonna see Cam Ward.
That's illegal. Tanking is illegal. We would never do that.
It's true.
We got Cam Ward, Travis Hunter, Ashton Jean-T. I think there's a lot of good players.
There is a lot of good players that the Dallas Cowboy team can add, but at the end of the day, it's our dementia owner who refuses to tear the team apart.
Who drafts really well.
He drafts really well, don't get me wrong, but when it comes to free agency, when it comes to hiring coaches, when it comes to letting the coaching staff do their jobs, it's just the guy just wants to be the center of attention, and I know I mentioned it before. In the book that I'm still reading, I haven't even finished it, called Boys Will Be Boys. It is about the Cowboys. There is a part of it where Jimmy Johnson had stated that when Jerry Jones and him were going into the war room on draft day, before they walked in the door, Jerry Jones told Jimmy Johnson that whenever, like right before they were going to put in a draft card to draft a player, for Jimmy Johnson to look at him and pretend he was saying something to make it look like for the cameras that they were communicating and talking about the pick before they just selected the guy. And that pissed off Jimmy Johnson, who stormed out of the facility, but it was somebody on the staff that convinced him to come back and just be there for the draft. But moving down the highway closer to the water, the Texans will be getting Nico Collins back ahead of their big Sunday matchup against the 7-1 Lions. Jake, I know you don't like the Lions, so go ahead.
It's gonna be interesting. I know. I think Azeez Al-Shaair will play, and I think Jimmy Ward will play. So it could be interesting. It's either gonna be a close game or it's either gonna be a blowout. Both scenarios, I think the Texans unfortunately do lose, but like Matt, I'm going to pick the Texans.
We're not even there yet.
But anyways, we'll get there. Is that it?
No, that's it for NFL news, yes.
So let's kind of talk about what happened last week. We had an interesting little weekend Sunday slate. Obviously, we talked about the Texans and the Jets last week because we do the podcast on Friday, so we do get that Thursday in. We had the Saints and the Panthers. Bryce Young didn't look good, but they didn't end up winning because Derek Carr was worse. Killed Chris Olave. Chris Olave's brother went on Twitter and was like...
That he was up and moving around?
Oh, with that too, and he's like, it's not a safe place for Chris Olave to be as the Saints.
Oh, I also forgot to mention about Derek Carr. He has now lost to 31 teams.
Nope. First quarterback to ever do it.
Yep. And he just needs one more team, and I believe it is the Raiders.
Really?
Yeah, I want to say it is the Raiders that he has to play in this month, if not next month. I don't know. I did see that there is a team on the upcoming schedule for the Saints that if Derek Carr is starting, and if he loses that, then he will be a quarterback that has lost against every single team in the NFL.
Just like his brother.
Yep.
Derek.
David.
What?
David Carr.
David.
David
Sorry.
Carr from the New York Times.
Yeah, him. You know, he rebounded. He found his calling as a journalist.
Huh.
Yeah.
It's not true. Anyways,
it's not
we
true.
got Commies and Giants 27-22. Commies look good. Giants look good. Again, I don't hold any weight to that game because it is a division game. You see a team twice, you know what you need to do. Daniel Jones looked decent.
That's what worries me about the Commanders is that their defense did what the Cowboys did. They made Daniel Jones look decent, which should not be the case.
I don't know what
Losing
Daniel
game.
Jones.
Anyways, next game, Bills
game.
Dolphins.
Sorry about that. I was taking a drink. We got Dolphins and Bills. The Bills won 30-27. The Dolphins are terrible. Tua should retire. Mike McDaniel's not that good of a coach. Not much to really say on that. Amari Cooper still. Amari Cooper's out, actually.
See, if he was in Dallas, he wouldn't have been out. Just saying, Jerry.
I guess. Not really anything fun with that one. Kind of weird game. Division game, obviously. It's harder to win those. We got Chargers and the Browns. We saw Jameis Winston fall back to earth. Again, same time, I don't think Jameis Winston's that good. I might have hyped him up now, but seeing him against a mediocre defense, he fell. Justin Herbert looked good. Chargers looked decent. 27-10.
And I know Coach Harbaugh. So I saw this graphic, too, after the Chargers had won this game, is that in his first year with the 49ers, I think they went from 6-10 to 13-3. And in his first year with Michigan, they went from 5-7 to 10-3. And now
Because they're cheaters.
And now here they are, 5-3. They're probably stealing signs. I don't know. I haven't seen Connor Stallions around in a while.
Next game was Patriots and Titans. This game went to overtime. Drake May is going to be really good. He just needs talent around him. I think Robert Kraft is like Jerry Jones. Nobody really talks about it because the Patriots were so successful that he needs talent around him. Titans won that, unfortunately, for the Texans in the AFC South. Went to overtime. Wasn't even close. We got Cowboys and Falcons. This score, let's be honest, shouldn't be as close as it is. It was 27-21, but in reality, it should have been 27-7.
Honestly, that's what it felt like.
Yeah.
A lot of very poor game management, poor play calling, poor everything.
Make
really.
it a Cowboys podcast. Let's do it. I want to hear what y'all think. Tell me what y'all think.
Well, you know what I think? I think it's honestly, I think Jerry should have traded for a defender rather than a wide receiver that has one reception for 1 yard this season.
I think we're going to the Super Bowl, man.
Oh, they bought the tickets already. That's awesome.
Yeah, I think we're going to the Super Bowl.
We are. They bought the tickets. They're going to be in the booth.
No,
They're going to be in the suite.
I think they'll be playing in the Super Bowl.
On Madden or what?
No, IRL.
On Earl? Who's Earl? Crickets.
Yeah, Falcons look good. Falcons look really good. Anyways, Bengals, Raiders. Bengals destroyed the Raiders 41-24, and they got pretty whooped last night.
Yeah.
Anyways, 41-24. Bengals look decent, but they didn't look decent last night. So that one's kind of negated. We got Ravens and the Broncos. The Ravens made this game a B to A, 41-10. Ravens look like they might give the Chiefs a run for their money, but the Chiefs have already beat them. So
Yep.
yeah, 41-10. Not much to say about that. Bo Nix didn't do very good. That the only reason they had 10 points was because Bo Nix ran it in at the end of the game. Bears, Cardinals, 29-9. Caleb didn't look too good again. Kyler looked pretty good. I guess he hasn't been playing too much Black Ops because Warzone's not out yet. That's why he hasn't.
Yeah.
That's it. I was wondering why.
Yeah.
I wonder if he has like diamond on any of his guns yet.
Is he still stream?
I don't know.
Probably not. Probably bad luck for him. We got Eagles and Jags. This game was probably a lot closer than it should have been. The Eagles scored, or the Jags scored like 2 touchdowns in like 30 seconds or something like that.
Yeah, because I remember looking at the box score for this game, and the Eagles were up 22-0, and then all of a sudden it was 28-23. The Jags had the ball, but unfortunately they couldn't get it done.
Saquon had like 200 yards total. Every time we bet on him, he just
The most beautiful football play ever.
yeah. Even watching it now,
hurdle.
it's insane.
Backwards hurdle.
Backwards hurdle. And we got Rams, Seahawks. This game went to overtime too.
Ended with,
I
Seahawks.
wouldn't say football play, football move.
ended with the one-handed grab too in the end zone for the Rams.
Yeah, that one was interesting. I didn't. That game didn't finish till like 7 o'clock.
Mm-hmm. It was getting close. They were bumping up with that primetime game.
Yeah, no, like I stopped watching Red Zone because obviously if you watch Red Zone, they can't show the last game, so it'll go to the national provider no matter what.
Oh, okay.
And so I was like, well, this I don't really care because it was a blowout towards the end, and then I thought the Rams were gonna win before overtime, and they did obviously in overtime. And I went back and it was like 7 o'clock, and I was like, they're still playing. And I was like, geez.
Yep.
Anyways, Lions Packers. This game was a sloppy mess. It was raining. It was cold. Jordan Love lost Matt some money.
It was 24-6 up until like the final closing minute, I think, of the
Yeah,
game.
because Jordan Love decided to throw 40-yard passes to destroy the under. Anyways, Colts Vikings. Vikings won 21-13.
Dang it, Grandpa Flacco. Come
Dang
on.
it. Didn't really watch this one. It was pretty mid until the end, like most Sunday night games are, because
I didn't see the game. I was too busy outside drowning my sorrows in beer
Why?
because the Cowboys had lost.
Oh. Anyways, we got Monday night. We kind of touched on a little bit. Chiefs won in overtime, 30-24.
Did y'all see
Chiefs
Baker's
love-
reaction to the coin toss?
No. Oh, yeah, he was mad because obviously
Yep.
you knew that what was going to happen happened.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, any comments about anything?
Nope.
Nothing for last week.
Yeah,
I
man,
do
you
have
never
a
have a
few
comment.
for last night's game though.
So it is now time for us to get into our picks of the week.
I picked the Ravens last night.
I picked the Ravens last night. We all picked the
we
Ravens
all went
last
Ravens.
night. It was 35-34. The Bengals look really good. Jamar Chase had 200 yards and 2 touchdowns, I want to say.
Yeah, like a 60-yarder and then a 70-yarder.
But again, it goes back to what I had mentioned earlier.
55 fantasy points.
It goes back
Yeah.
to what I was saying earlier. They're playing good football. They're doing great, but they're 4-6.
Yeah, it's the defense. That's what it is. So, yeah, we picked the Ravens on that one. Anyways, in Germany, Oktoberfest, which is actually in September, we got one of the middest games of the year, and luckily I don't have a single Giant or a single Panther fantasy player, so I don't have to wake up early and watch that game.
Me neither.
I got the Giants.
Give me the New York Giants.
I'm feeling a little bit crazy. Give me Carolina.
Jeez, Chris, this is why the records show.
Yeah, I know.
Giants, Panthers, not really a mid off. MGK is going to play at halftime. Poor Germany.
Sorry, Germany.
We got Patriots and Bears at noon tomorrow. Give me the Bears.
Give me the Bears.
Give me the Chicago Bears.
That one could be an interesting one. We got the 49ers and the Bucks again at noon. Give me the 49ers. CMC's playing, by the way.
Give me the 49ers.
I'm conflicted because I know the way Baker played against the Chiefs without two of his best wide receivers, but I know how much the 49ers miss CMC and how much they run it with Christian McCaffrey.
Now that you have Jordan Mason, really, the wheels are really turning on him. I think you could go double back on some plays and really flex your options.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with my pick already. I'm going with the Bucks.
Like running a gun, but running back on each side, run two flats or something.
Yeah, I agree.
Two flats, two wheels, something crazy.
Yeah. Crossers, dude.
Two Texas routes, make them run into each other.
Oh my god.
Knock each other out.
They got freaking Cal Juszczyk only.
Anyways. Again, I'm taking 49ers. Chris take the Bucks and Matt will take the 49ers. We got Chiefs, Broncos. Give me the Chiefs.
Give me the Kansas City Chiefs.
Originally, I had an upset. I had the Broncos, but no, I'm going to stick with it. Give me Kansas City.
Thank God. I was going to say Chris.
Hey, I started the sentence with originally.
And then we got Bills, Colts. Give me the Bills.
Give me the Buffalo Bills.
Give me the Colts.
Oh, my gosh. Chris, this could be a really bad week for you.
I don't care. I went 6-9 last week. You think I care?
You got, dude, loser joins the army, so.
Y'all really think I'm joining the army? It's
I already
crazy.
signed you up, bud.
Yeah.
I already signed you up, but shut up.
I've already filled out all of y'all's papers, but you just have to sign it, and I'm going to force you to sign it. We got Steelers and Commies. I had both teams highlighted, but I know which one I want. Y'all can go first.
Give me the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Give me Pittsburgh.
Give me the Commies. I think the Commies win this one.
That's fair enough.
Anyways, give me
That's intriguing.
What
What you want me to say?
next game, Vikings and Jags. Give me the Vikings.
Give me the Vikings. Give me the Minnesota Vikings.
Give me the Jacksonville Jaguars. To lose, give me the Minnesota Vikings.
I was gonna say. Next game, Falcons Saints. Give me the Falcons.
Give me the Falcons.
Give me the Atlanta Falcons.
Not much is going to change without Dennis Allen. It's still the Aints.
Yeah, and what's his name? Olave is not gonna play.
Olaf. Olave.
Frozen, dude. Running routes out there.
That will end the news.
We might as well have him out there rather than anybody else. I mean,
Yeah, because
jeez.
he could get a concussion and just
Put
Go
himself back
back in.
together.
Yeah.
Put him back
Waddle
together.
on in.
Now onto the noon slate. There's only
Snowmans don't get concussions. so,
three
I mean,
games in the noon slate. They're all pretty mid. Yeah. There's only going to be one good game out of all of these. We got Titans, Chargers. Give me the Chargers.
Give me the Chargers.
Give me the Los Angeles Chargers.
Go Chargers. Go.
The Jets and Cardinals will be probably the only good game in the afternoon slate. Sorry, guys. If everybody was playing for the Cowboys, I would have said it would have been the Cowboys too. But Jets, Cardinals, give me the Jets.
Give me the Cardinals.
Give me the New York Jets.
Eagles, Cowboys. Give me the Eagles.
I never bet for the Eagles to win, so give me the Cowboys.
Give me the Dallas Cowboys to lose to the Philadelphia Eagles.
Really?
Yeah, pull the Chris there.
I don't
It's
think
not as funny as when I
I
did.
never have heard Matt go against the Eagles.
You mean go against Cowboys?
Go against Cowboys.
It's crazy.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I have them highlighted.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I have them highlighted.
You reverse psychology?
Right, no. Right here on paper,
Reverse
I have it
psychology
highlighted.
don't work. Y'all have noticed.
Sunday night, 7:20. Waiting all day for Sunday night. Won't be me. Give me the Lions and the Texans. I will be taking a Matt route here. Give me the Texans. Don't think they're going to win.
Give me the Detroit Lions.
Give me the Lions.
Wow, guys.
You never pick our team to win. Why should we
I
pick
don't
yours?
even pick Texas to win, and I know they're going to win. Monday night, another mid one. Sucks. We keep getting mid primetime games. Give me the Dolphins and the Rams. Or give me
You're picking both
They're
teams
giving
to
you
win.
the Dolphins
Wow.
and the Rams, but which one do you think is going to win?
Rams.
Okay, give me the Los Angeles Rams.
Give me the Rams.
All right. Fantasy-wise, let's kind of check it all out here.
Yeah, so I picked up Keon Coleman. Thought he was going to play because I have a lot of players. You know, Cedric Tillman is on bye, Mr. League winner. He's on bye, so I just picked up Quentin Johnston instead. I just dropped, what's his name? I dropped Keon Coleman for Quentin Johnston because I think he might have a good week. He had a good week last week, I think.
Yeah.
So I'm taking Quentin Johnston this week to be a sleeper.
And 1 week wonders, because Matt kind of started off with 1 week wonders. I am 1-8. Again, if I lose out here, if I get last place, Matt's address will get leaked to the media. I had Lamar and Mark Andrews play last night. Lamar had 32 points and Mark had 18. I am up 51-4. I have a 75% chance to win. Matt, would you like to go now?
I had 61 points last night. I have a 64% chance to win against Chris this week. So there's that.
Yep. I have Joe Burrow. I had Joe Burrow and Zay Flowers playing last night, and they gave me a combined 41 points.
How many did Zay Flowers have?
Oh, Zay only had like 7.
Oh, so it was Joe
most
Burrow.
of the points was Joe Burrow, 33.
Yeah. Anyways, moving on to average at best. I'm playing Rico Daddy.
I mean, isn't it Rico Dowdle? No, I'm just kidding.
Rico is a cool guy. I'm down 0-22, but he doesn't have Bijan. Or he has Brian Robinson, who's out. Jared Reed, who's out. Deontay Wicks out. He had Mark Andrews and Evan McPherson last night, so hopefully I win that just to get back into it.
Meanwhile, I'm over here down bad. 91. I'm down 91-17.
I forgot to put Dallas Goedert in for Mike Gesicki because Mike Gesicki was like a crazy sleeper last week. I picked him up. He was the best tight end last week in fantasy. Still played him. He only scored 7. So there's that. It's 7-1 against your dad. And you have the Ravens defense who had 1 point. So it is what it is. I have the Saints defense right now. I'm probably going to drop them.
Rashad Bateman was the only one that scored on my team. Well, the only one playing last night for my team.
Yeah.
He got me 17 points.
You guys aren't in this league. It's my dynasty league. This is a paid dynasty league, which is kind of fun. Last night I have on this team I have Derrick Henry, Chase Brown, Jamar Chase.
Zion Williamson got ruled out for Friday today.
Anyways, so I have Derrick Henry, Chase Brown, Jamar Chase, Zay Flowers, Justice Hill. They combined for 100 points last night. Derrick Henry had 14, Chase Brown had 22, Jamar Chase had 55, Zay Flowers had 7. And Justice Hill had 1.8.
Good job, dude.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. You know, any praise is positive praise in my eyes, whether you're being sarcastic or not. NBA Rockets are doing great. Last I checked, they were 4-3. Mavs, where are they?
The Mavericks. Dallas Mavericks record. They're 5-3.
They're 5-3.
It's not bad. They're in the top 10 right now in the whole NBA, I think, in record. They're doing good in the West, so we'll be a good team. I mean, Luka's gotten like 15 assists on, I think it was Tuesday. He scored 75 fantasy points. He had 15 assists and like 12 the next day, like the next game they had. I mean, when you put shooters like Klay Thompson around him, I mean, come on.
Yeah. We got some big fights next week, so we'll talk about that then.
Next week, for sure.
Shoot, I'm trying to think if there's anything else.
Aside from the fact that the Skidmore Tyne and Bobcats are 1-8, and they need to win tonight by 14 to 18 points to make the playoffs. Which, shout out to my high school, by the way, Skidmore Tyne and ISD.
If we want to do high schools, the Flower Bluff Hornets are 8-0.
Oh.
They have never been 8-0. Or last time they were 8-0 was 2014. They won the district championship. So they are really good. I think they could go to state. They have a really good quarterback who won the Texas Football Athlete of the Year.
No idea how good my high school's doing.
So look for Flower Bluff in the state playoffs, I think, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest.
They had their last home game that last week. That's all I know.
So Flower Bluff's doing real good.
Yeah. You mentioned Flower Bluff hasn't been as good in how long?
Since 2014. We've been good, but they just haven't been 8-0.
I wanted to touch up a little bit of a fun fact. I know we only brought up high school, but going down to the junior high level, last night I went to my brother's football game last night, and I know I said last night twice. I don't know why, but they went into that game 4-4.
Yep.
I found out from my dad that the coach had told my brother Timmy that if they won that game, that would be the first time the junior high football team has had a winning record in a long time.
Jeez.
They ended up tying against Freer 14-14, but they still beat it. This is their first non-losing season in a long time. 4-4-1.
Great.
So the future of that program looks good. Looks better than what my high school did.
Kingsville unfortunately lost last weekend to West Texas. They are 6-4,
5-4, no?
5-4.
Something like that.
They play Eastern New Mexico this weekend, and this will be their last away game, and next week will be their final
Next week will
home
be
game.
their final game of the season.
Yeah.
Final game of the season.
It's been a fun season.
It
to
has
go
been a
out
fun
every home
season.
game.
That's about it sports-wise.
Yeah,
Not
that's
really.
it.
Besides everything that's kind of we talked about. But anyways, this has been
Wait. Just kidding.
Wow. Oh, my God. You've been a menace today. You know, I hope Colorado loses out.
Me too.
All right, CJM Nation. This is a great
right.
episode.
CJM Nation, this has been the 26th episode. I'm your host, DJ Daniels, alongside
DJ MC Roberts.
And Chris Olivares.
Thank y'all for listening.